So in this video, let's talk about how to become an outstanding ALT. You want to be that once-in-a-generation, remarkable ALT about whom everybody says, my God, that guy's fantastic, that lady, that woman's fantastic. Give us 5 more of that ALT because they're just absolutely outstanding. In this video, I'll give you guys 8 tips and tricks for how to be an outstanding ALT in no particular order. Let's get into it. Tip number 1 is go into work early. Now, it goes without saying that if you want to stand out as an ALT, as a really remarkable ALT, then you'll need to put in some extra hours at work. And there are 2 ways to do that, obviously. Stay late or come in early. The reality is you get more brownie points for coming in early than you do for staying late. A lot of teachers stay late. They stay till 6 or 7 in the evening or even later. And you'd have to stay pretty darn late every night to stand out. But coming in early, all you need to do is come in 30 minutes, 45 minutes early in the morning, and not many teachers, in my experience at least, really come in that early. They're going to come in, they're going to see you already at your desk, and right there you're standing out. And it's also just a good chance to use the copier, to use the computers at school, things like that. It's all upside to coming in early. So yeah, get into work as early as you can manage. Tip number 2 is simply this: don't talk too much. ALTs should be friendly, cheerful, happy, and largely unseen. For the most part, you want to be sitting quietly at your desk, typing up the handouts or the tests or the quizzes or whatever it is. And this can be hard, to be honest with you, particularly if you're new to Japan and you're not, perfectly fluent in Japanese yet. I mean, who among us is? And there can be some loneliness there, and it can be tempting to go over and try and have a chat with other teachers. Clearly, there's a time and a place for a short chat. Absolutely. I'm not saying don't talk at all. But when you do have a chat with teachers, keep it as short as you can. Don't overstay your welcome. Tip number 3 is probably the most important one on this list, and it is to dress sharply. Now, I'm not talking about wearing a full suit and tie necessarily, if that's not the standard at your school. Whatever the standard of dress is at your school, take that standard and just raise it by 1 notch. If you're a guy, for example, maybe you're wearing a collared shirt like this one here. Think about wearing a necktie, even when you don't have to, going out of your way to dress a little bit better than you really need to, importantly, better than some of the other teachers around you. If you're a woman, I don't really have any advice for you. I don't know. But my point is dress nicely. A little jewelry, perhaps, a nice necklace. I don't know. Take the standard of dress and just raise it by 1 notch above what you would otherwise. Tip number 4 has to do with your desk. Go out of your way to keep your desk fastidiously organized. What do I mean by that? It doesn't have to be clean necessarily or, devoid of just empty, but you want to give your desk a little bit of personalities. Put some, little plants or figurines or photos of friends or family or something on your desk to personalize the space so that people walking past your desk, even if they don't know you or that there's an ALT at the school, they're going to look at the desk and say, wow, that's a nice desk. I wonder who sits here. It's a small thing, but it's important. Keep your desk fastidiously organized. Tip number 5: participate in the school life. Now, there's much more to schools, any, elementary, junior, senior high schools, of course, than just the classes. There's lunchtime, there's cleaning like this. Take part in all of that, particularly the cleaning. If the cleaning is after lunch, let's say, you probably will not, as an ALT, be assigned a role in the cleaning. The fact is that when the students clean the school, all the students take part and all of the teachers take part also. If you sit at your desk just because, as on the excuse that you don't actually have a assigned room or area to take charge of, you're going to stand out. And if you get in there, okay, you pick up a broom and you're sweeping away, and if you happen to be, because this video is about standing out, right? If you happen to wander into the field of vision of the Kyoto or the Kocho sensei like that, worse things have happened, am I right? So yeah, and it's just a sign to everybody that it's not just about the classes with you, okay? You're trying to immerse yourself in the school life. So yeah, cleaning and other activities. Tip number 6 is huge. Go out of your way to greet the students in the morning and again say goodbye in the afternoon. That means standing at the school gate or equivalent, whatever it is, standing out in front of the school and saying good morning to the students as they come in. And then again, standing same place in the afternoon and saying goodbye, see you tomorrow, or whatever it is. I have got, and let's bring it back to me, I have got terrific mileage out of this at almost every school I've ever been to. I have been praised for this directly by like the principal and say, we really, I've been told we really appreciate your standing out there and greeting the students in the morning. And of course, you don't want to say, well, that's just the kind of ALT I am, right? You want to be a little self-deprecating. Actually, I'm just killing time out there, or actually, I just don't want to do any work at my desk. That's why I'm doing it. That's not the case, of course, but in any case, greeting the students in the morning and the afternoon really gets you a lot of bang for your buck. Tip number 7 is to take part in school events. Now, all schools have some events that they hold on like a Saturday or a Sunday. For example, the sports day, or they would call it the sports festival, or something called the Gakushu Happyokai. And the point is that it's an opportunity for the parents to come in for the sports day, for the Gakushu Happyokai, and to observe, sort of the fruits of what the students have been learning. You probably as ALT, you may not be called into work. It may not be a work day for you, but if you're free on that Saturday or Sunday, just go in and, dress nicely. Not, you don't have to wear a necktie or anything, but just go in and sit in the back and watch. And the teachers will see you sitting back there. They may invite you up to sit with the teachers, and you will say, no, 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 I'll just sit back here. I'm just coming, I'm just observing because I'm interested in the school. And again, not all ALT, in fact, I dare say very few ALTs actually do this. It's a chance to stand out, another chance for you to stand out as ALT. And that's what this video is about. Tip number 8 is to occasionally, very occasionally, bring in a box of cookies or sweets or something. Maybe you take a day trip to the mountains, to the beach or something, or an overnight trip, whatever it is. And of course, they sell these boxes of cookies at the souvenir shops. Buy the box of cookies. It doesn't have to be from a trip either. You can just go to the grocery store. But anyway, bring in the box of cookies or whatever it is in the morning because you're coming in early, right? Don't make a big production of it. Don't write your name on it. Don't say these are from, your name, right? If there's a tea or coffee area in the staff room, just open the box, put it down there. Maybe mention to the Kyoto sensei, if there's, or the Kyomobucho sensei, or somebody up at the front of the room, the admin staff, mention, I brought in these cookies. Is it okay if I put them back there? Here's what's going to happen. Your name's not on the box, but when other teachers come in and see the box of cookies, their first question is, who brought these in? And word is going to get around that today's box of cookies are from you, okay? And you're going to get some non-zero number of teachers are going to come up to you and say, thank you very much for the cookie. This is a sign, okay, that you're taking the job very seriously and that you're thinking about the teachers and all the kind things they're doing for you. And this is a chance for you to express your dedication, if I'm being honest, to the job and to the school and to your coworkers here. It's a subtle thing, but it's sort of, what's the word? Adroit. Isn't that a great word? Adroit. So yeah, an occasional box of cookies or equivalent will again help you to stand out as ALT. That's it. Those are my 8 tips and tricks, and I have 2 bonus tips and tricks for you. These are things that didn't quite make the list, but I think are worth mentioning also. One is when you come in the morning, crisp greetings, and also going home in the afternoon. A crisp "Ohayou gozaimasu," good morning in the morning, obviously in the morning. I tend to say both, by the way. I would say good morning to the students, of course, but to the teachers, good morning, "Ohayou gozaimasu," good morning, like that in both languages. You do what you want, of course, but make a production of it. Make sure that the Kyoto sensei, Kocho sensei, right, that you greet them individually in the morning, even if it means going out of your way, okay, to go down to the Kocho Shitsu or wherever it is and saying good morning or making an excuse to, whatever. The second is this. Pay attention to students with special needs. And I mean, if it's your first time to a particular class, for example, take a moment to ask the teacher or other teachers around, are there any students in this class I need to be aware of? Maybe they're particularly shy. Maybe they can't speak. I've had students like this, they just simply cannot speak. Or maybe they're actually in like a special needs class, and ordinarily they have class one-to-one in a separate classroom, but for English class, they come in and join your class. These are students you're going to need to know about anyway, but most ALTs, in my experience, don't go to the trouble of asking about these students, whether there are any such students requiring special attention in the class. And if you go out of your way and say, are there any students I need to be aware of in this class? The teacher will be absolutely 100% impressed with you, and they'll say, wow, that's a great ALT because they're asking exactly the right questions. Okay, that's it. Hope you find this useful. Just in summary here, the ALT you want to be, all right, is quiet, polite, well-dressed, professional, considerate, and deferential. These are the marks of a great, outstanding ALT. Now, you'll note that excellence in teaching is not actually on this list. I don't mean that you don't need to be a great teacher, but the sad reality is that organizationally, schools and companies, they tend to prefer ALTs who are cheerful, cooperative, enthusiastic, and interested in the job, to those ALTs who may be fantastic in the classroom and teach a great lesson, but they are surly or rude or sloppy or uncooperative or argumentative outside of the classroom. By all means, you should be a fantastic teacher too, but to be honest with you, there are a lot of outstanding ALTs out there who aren't exactly the best in the classroom. It's a lot more complicated than just simply your teaching ability is what I want to say here. And again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Thanks.